Good morning, my dear students. My name is Neil Twaina. I am currently available at the Hamlet Tuition Center, Brahmatol, Kathmandu. If you want to contact me, my contact number is 9849135739. I'm also available at the Komodini Kunja Secondary School, Kalimati, Kathmandu. My dear students of grade 10, this is your science class, and in your science class we have been discussing about nervous system and glandular system. For the past 5 days we have been discussing about nervous system. We have not yet entered into glandular system, and today is the last topic on nervous system. Okay, in our previous class we have discussed about different parts of nervous system, which includes central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomic nervous system. Then we also discussed about nerves and neurons, isn't it? Neurons, their parts, and the type of neurons. Today we are going to discuss reflex action. Well, before we discuss about reflex action, I want to ask you, what happens if you unconsciously happen to touch a very hot object? What happens if you unconsciously happen to touch a very hot object? Well, definitely what happens, your hand automatically moves away from the hot object. Your hand jerks away. You don't even know it. And after your hand is jerked, only then you get to know that, oh, my hand, I just touched the hot object. And then your brain realizes what happened, and only then you started to feel the burning pain. जब हामीले अनकन्सियसली थाहै नपाइकन कुनै तातो कुरामा छोइन्छ, तब हाम्रो हात अचानक चड्कारिएर त्यहाँबाट पर जान्छ, निस्किन्छ, तातो कुराबाट छुट्टेर आउँछ, चड्कारिन्छ, हामीलाई थाहा पनि हुँदैन है। तर त्यो चड्कारिसकेपछि त्यो हाम्रो कन्ट्रोलमा हुँदैन। त्यो चड्कारिएर आइसकेपछि अनि त्यसपछि बल्ल हामीलाई फिल हुन्छ कि ओह, मैले चाहिँ तातो अब्जेक्टमा छोएको रहेछु भनेर, अनि त्यसपछि मात्रै पोल्न थाल्छ, त्यसपछि बल्ल पोल्न थाल्छ। Yes, so what happened in your unconsciousness, that is called reflex action. Okay, what happened in your unconsciousness, that is called reflex action. And why it is unconscious? Because our brain is not involved in this process. Because our brain is not involved in this process, that's why we are unconscious about these actions. Okay, that's why we are unconscious. Then who controls that process? Well, that process is controlled by our spinal cord. Okay, that process is controlled by our spinal cord. Well, reflex action is a sudden and involuntary or unconsciously occurring movement in response to certain stimulus. Brain is not involved in this process. Let us take a look at an example of such reflexes, which is shown by a deer. See, the deer is drinking water from the lake, and as soon as it sees a crocodile, as soon as its eyes get image of crocodile, very soon it shows a reflex. That is, very soon it moves away. But that happens in its unconsciousness. That always happens in its unconsciousness. And if its escaping speed is more than the attacking speed of crocodile, it gets away. If its escaping speed is less than attacking speed of crocodile, then it gets caught. That is what happens. That is what happens. Okay, let's see it. Did you see how fast was that? How fast? See, it's 0.04 second, isn't it? And then the deer was just here, 0.03 second. See, in 0.03 second the deer is still here, and in 0.04 second the deer is gone. See, within 1 second, this reflex, it happens within 1 second. That much fast is it. Yes, but in that reflex, actually the deer is not aware of the crocodile. The deer is not aware that it is it is running away, and after some distance only it will realize that it has reacted, it has run away, and then only it will look back if the crocodile is still there or not. Let's have a look at it again. See, okay, let me try it at slow speed. Playback speed 0.025. Okay, let us see what is happening here. Did you get it? Okay, so that reaction was the reflex reaction. That reaction was the reflex reaction. Okay, so reflex reaction, it is a sudden and involuntary, means very fast reaction which is not under your control. It happens unconsciously. Okay, like तिमी एक सुरमा केही काम गरेर आएको छौ तर तिम्रो आँखा अगाडि कसैले चाहिँ ढ्यापा गर्न आयो भने तिम्रो जुन स्टार्टल रियाक्सन हुन्छ त्यो तिमी कन्ट्रोल गर्न सक्दैन है। या चाहिँ कसैले तिमीलाई तिमी एकसुरले हिँडिरहेको बेलामा कसैले तिमीलाई पछाडिबाट तर्साइदियो भने तिम्रो जुन रियाक्सन हुन्छ त्यो पनि तिम्रो कन्ट्रोलमा हुँदैन है कि अनकन्सियसली। तर तिमीलाई चाहिँ कन्सियसली कसैले तर्साउन खोज्छ भने चाहिँ तिम्रो रियाक्सन तिम्रो कन्ट्रोलमा हुन्छ, तर अनकन्सियसली तिमीले थाहै नपाइकन तिमीलाई जुन तर्साइन्छ त्यति बेलाको रियाक्सन चाहिँ तिम्रो कन्ट्रोलमा हुँदैन, बिकज दिज आर रिफ्लेक्स एक्सन एन्ड दे आर नट अन्डर द कन्ट्रोल अफ योर ब्रेन, दे आर under the control of your spinal cord. That's why you don't know it. Okay, and why does spinal cord mediate such reaction? Because it must be very quick. Okay, and such reactions, reflex action, they are set against very dangerous factors. Reflex actions are set against very dangerous factors, like touching a hot object is actually destructive to your tissues. Yes, or seeing a predator, that is also very dangerous, isn't it? The predator can kill you, hunt you, kill you and eat you. Okay, so if someone attacks you from behind without your knowledge, then in that case you cannot defend yourself. In such case, running away from the point, from the instance, would be the best option, but your brain doesn't have that much time to think it. That's why your spinal cord mediates it. You do not think, but you will run away without your knowing. And when your brain gets the information, only then you can control your responses. If you want to fight, if you want to stay and fight, then you can do so. But at the initial, at the beginning, it always happens as a reflex. Okay? Okay, now let us have a look at what is actually happening. This is the skin of a person. The skin contains receptor cells. About that also we have talked in our previous class. The skin contains receptor cells. Receptor cells are sensitive to certain factors. In this case, heat. The receptor cells are sensitive to heat. And when the skin detects very high temperature or intense stimulus, then what happens? The receptor cells, they produce electrical impulse. They produce electrical impulse. The electrical impulse produced by receptor cell is transferred to the sensory nerve. Okay, the electrical impulse produced by the receptor cell is transferred to the central nerve, and the central nerve, sensory nerve. The sensory nerve is indicated by pink color here. Let us continue through this diagram. Through the pink color, the nerve impulse or electrical impulse, it transmits through the sensory nerve into spinal cord. Okay, it transmits to the spinal cord, and spinal cord have interneuron. We have already discussed about that. Spinal cord have interneuron. Interneuron converts the sensory impulse into motor impulse. Interneuron converts sensory impulse into motor impulse, and that motor impulse is transmitted to motor nerve. Okay, that motor impulse is transmitted to the motor nerve, and then the motor nerve transmits that impulse. Motor nerve is shown by cyan color. That motor nerve transmits the impulse to the muscles, appropriate muscles. Okay, in this case the muscles of your arms would be the appropriate muscles, and when the muscle receives the impulse, when the muscle receives the impulse, the muscle suddenly contracts without your knowledge, and with the contraction of that muscle, your hand is moved away from the hot object, or your hand is moved away from the danger. This is actually what happens during a reflex action. You can see. Okay, you can see actually what is happening here. This is hot object and it shows the direction of impulse. Yes, the arrow shows the direction of impulse. So you can see first the impulse moves through here like this. The impulse is moving, and this is, as the diagram says, this is the dendrite of afferent neuron. Okay, and this is cell body of afferent neuron, and then it shows the axon of afferent neuron, and then after, see, just follow the arrow. Okay, then after it goes to cell body of interneuron, and then through this axon it goes to cell body of afferent neuron, and then this is the axon of efferent neuron. From there it goes to the muscles, and muscle contracts and withdrawn, parts being stimulated. Okay, this is the pathway of the nerve impulse during reflex action. Any confusion up to you? Okay, let us go to next slide. Okay, reflex arc, we have just discussed about it. Reflex arc is the neural pathway. Reflex arc is a neural pathway through which nerve impulse transmits during reflex action. So here you can see the path through which the impulse is transmitting, the same path is called reflex arc. Okay, the action or the process is reflex action. Remember, the process is reflex action and the pathway is reflex arc. The process is reflex action, the pathway is reflex arc. Okay, so what the reflex arc contains, the parts of reflex arc is, number one, receptor cells of sense organ. Mostly our sense organ receives the information from outside. Our sense organ receives the stimulus. Okay, for example, eyes receive light or vision. Yes, okay, light slash vision as stimulus. If you see something through your eyes, then you will show reflex. So the example I showed you just now, I showed you the example of a deer, so showing the reflex, isn't it? By seeing the crocodile, when the deer sees a crocodile, then what kind of action it shows? That is reflex action. Okay, okay, their eyes act as the sense organ. Yes, and similarly thigmoreceptor of skin receives pressure slash touch, and similarly you have thermoreceptor in your skin. Okay, thermoreceptor of skin receive temperature or heat. Yes, and your olfactory receptor, they are present in your nose, they receive smell. Yes, and then auditory receptor, or they are also called phonoreceptor, they receive sound. Yes, auditory receptor of ear, they receive sound, isn't it? So these organs, they receive different stimulus they receive different stimulus, okay, and based on that stimulus they respond as well. Yes, based on that stimulus our body responds. And if such stimulus are sudden, and dangerous type, then our body responds very fast and without our knowledge as well. That kind of response is reflex action, okay. And the first part of our reflex arc is the receptor cells which are present in our sense organs. And after receptor cells generate nerve impulse, they are passed to sensory neuron of afferent nerve. Afferent nerve is made up of sensory neurons. So the signal is transmitted to sensory neuron. It is seen in this diagram as well. I told you this pink colored line, it is sensory neuron, okay. And then third, relay neuron or interneuron of spinal cord. The neuron present in spinal cord, it is also called relay neuron, it is also called interneuron. That also we have studied in the types of neuron in our previous lecture. Yes. And the next pathway is motor neuron of efferent nerve. Motor neuron of efferent nerve. You know, motor neuron is a singular form and nerve is the collection of hundreds or thousands of neurons. Okay, nerve is a collection of axons or dendrites from hundreds or thousands of neurons. Okay, and from motor neuron the impulse is transmitted to effector organ. Effector organ means the organ which actually shows the response. Okay, in this case, although the stimulus is received by the tip of your finger, the action is shown actually by the muscles of your arm. When you see a tiger, the stimulus is received by your eyes, but the action is shown by the muscles of your leg, isn't it? Okay, so it is not necessary that the part which responds and the part which receives the stimulus must be same. That is not necessary. Okay, so some examples, you can see some examples of reflex action. When we happen to touch hot object, suddenly our hands are moved away. You might have felt it, you might have experienced it. When we happen to step on a thorn, suddenly our legs are lifted up. This is also very much common. When you suddenly hear roaring of a tiger, we startle. Why do we startle? It's because we become very much alert, and that also happens without our consciousness. When a deer is drinking water from a lake, it runs as something moves in water. Okay, when something seems to be moving in water, when ripple is created, the deer does not think what caused the ripple. Why is the ripple coming? The deer doesn't think that. It simply leaps away, and after getting to some distance, then only it realizes that it has leapt away after seeing something, and then it looks back to inspect it again. If there is no danger, it will come back to drink water. If there is danger, then it is very good thing that it has leapt away, isn't it? Okay, so here is an important question which is related to whatever we have discussed just now. Okay, actually I shouldn't have written this. What happens when a person unconsciously touches a hot cup of tea? Explain with suitable diagram. Its diagram we have already explained here. The diagram is already presented here. Instead of this candle, you have to keep a hot cup of tea. That's the only difference. The diagram is same, but how to write it, how to explain it in language, that is covered here. You can see when a person suddenly touches a hot cup of tea, following events occur. First, skin contains thermoreceptors which excites due to heat. They initiate electric impulse in response. So these are all the things that we have discussed with help of diagram. Okay, but because many students they say that they are confused in how to write it. Sir, we do understand it, but we don't know how to write it. we just have a little bit problem in expressing it in words. Well, that is not a little bit problem, and that is not a problem of just few students, but many students experience it. That's why I've written here as a note. Skin contains thermoreceptors which excites due to heat. They initiate electrical impulse in response. The impulse is transmitted to sensory neuron and is converted to sensory impulse. The sensory nerve transmits the impulse to the spinal cord. Relay neuron of spinal cord converts the sensory impulse into motor impulse. The motor impulse is transmitted to motor neuron. Motor neuron transmits the impulse to the muscles of arm, shoulder and chest. Okay, because of that your hand moves away. Yes, because of the signal these muscles contract and hand is withdrawn away from the stimulus, that is hot cough. Only after the response spinal cord transmit the signal to the brain, then only we realize what actually happened. The diagram of reflex arc is same as reflex action. Whether the question is reflex action or reflex arc, you have the same diagram. You can copy the previous diagram. Okay, have you copied the diagram? If yes, then okay. If no, then okay. Now pause the screen and copy it. Okay, next one, evolutionary advantages of reflex action. It is because of reflex action that we are actually able to survive many dangerous situations. Okay, if our brain does not develop reflex action, then we might not be able to respond as fast when we are in dangerous situations. It is because of reflex action that we are able to respond in such a high speed, which would not be possible if you were conscious. Okay, the actions which are performed during reflex action, they are very fast. If you wish to do the same with your consciousness, then you cannot do that. That is not possible. Okay, that's why reflex action is very important. See, it helps us in our survival. Evolutionary reflex action enabled the organisms to evade dangerous situations without much concern. Greater part of animal responses are guided by reflex action. In our human society, maybe we do not have so much reflexes because we live in far safer environment than in the wild. But wild animals, they rely on their reflex action to stay safe. They rely on reflex action to remain safe. Even tiger gets startled. Even tiger gets afraid when it encounters something unconsciously, or when something attacks it unconsciously. Tiger runs for a moment. Okay, and then it strikes back. After getting some distance, it strikes back. Yes. Okay, for example, a deer runs away from water instantly as it feels ripple. See what happened to the spelling of ripple? It became ripple. Yes. Okay. Okay. For example, a deer runs away from water instantly as it feels ripple in water that might be a crocodile. See, it says that might be a crocodile. It is a crocodile or not, it doesn't know. It doesn't think about that. It doesn't have to think about that. Whether it is a crocodile or not, it doesn't know, and it doesn't have to know. It just leaps away. Yes, and after getting away, after leaping away, only then it turns back, whether it was actually a crocodile or not. If it was crocodile, then it's okay, that's its good luck. If it is not a crocodile, then also it's okay. What is there to lose? It will go back to water, go back to the pond to drink the water. If there was no reflex action, then before the brain could give any command, the deer or the crocodile might have already grabbed the deer. Okay, see in we have read up here. Only after getting to a distance it looks back to see if it is a crocodile. In absence of reflex action, the deer could be grabbed by a crocodile before it realizes it is a crocodile. Okay, that's all about our reflex action. Okay, now let us go to the last topic of nervous system. From our next class we will discuss about glandular system. The final topic, functions of nervous system. Okay, after discussing this much, you might have already know pretty much about the functions of nervous system. I'm just going to read it. The major functions of nervous system: to perceive changes in environmental factor and relay the information to the brain for processing. Whatever is happening in our environment, is it becoming hot, is it becoming cold, is it dark, does it have very bright light, is the place too much polluted, etc., etc. All such things, the informations are gathered by our sense organs, okay, and then they are relayed to brain, and the brain processes it. In such situation, what should be done? Our brain recognizes it. Again, next, to respond with appropriate action to the stimulus which is based on past experience or learning. When you encounter a particular type of stimulus, then what should you do? That is decided by your brain, but your brain does not know that automatically. Your brain learns it from your past experience. Like, your brain automatically does not know that when you touch a fire it burns. Your brain does not know that. Okay, but in your childhood, at some point in your childhood, you might have touched accidentally or intentionally, you might have touched a fire or very hot object. Then your brain gets a sensation, and that sensation is recorded by your brain. And later on, when you see a fire, you know that if I touch that fire, it will burn me. You know that, your brain knows that. Okay, and then what action to be taken? Your brain decides it. If the fire is very far, you don't need to do anything. If the fire is coming toward you, or if the fire is very dangerous, then you run away from that place. Yes, or if the fire is consuming something very important, or the properties or other person, then your brain also have learned somehow, okay, by experience or by seeing in the movie or by reading at school, that your brain knows that if you pour water, the fire extinguishes, and then your brain decides to use that knowledge. That's how your brain works, your nervous system works. Okay, and the next function is to coordinate activities of all other systems of the body. Whatever your body is doing, every single part, whatever are they doing, they are all commanded by the brain. So brain is the headquarter of our body. Everything is commanded by brain. If your brain is dead, then you are good as dead. Next, to memorize information, criticize, analyze, and decide. Okay, there should not be any problem. And here I have written the summary on the mechanism of nervous system, how your nervous system functions. Actually, it is not needed for everyone. Okay, it is not needed for exam. But if you are interested, only if you are interested, go through this paragraph. Okay, and this is related to whatever we have studied until now. Nervous system works. Okay, nervous system works on the basis of electric impulse. I already told you, impulse means electricity in on and off pattern. Impulse means on and off pattern of electricity. Okay, and this is also known as nerve impulse. The sensory cells can get excited by change in particular factor in environment. I already told you about sensory cells as well. As let's take an example of the thermoreceptor of our skin. If your skin is continuously exposed to same temperature, then your skin does not realize anything. Your skin neither feels hot nor feels cold. But if temperature changes, then the receptor cells of your skin, sensory cells or thermoreceptor cells, they get excited only when temperature changes. Yes, and then when they are excited, they are irritated. Okay, the excited form of sensory cells is that stage is called irritation or irritated. Upon irritation, they produce electric impulse that are received by dendrites of sensory neuron. The nerve impulse are transmitted by sensory neurons to the spinal cord and then to the brain. The brain processes the information and produces another impulse as appropriate. Okay, and what kind of impulse should be produced? That is determined by memory, analysis, imagination, and learning function of your brain. The impulse is transmitted by motor neuron to the designated muscle sets or glands, causing the visible response. Like if your eyes they see something very much delicious food, okay, they see something very delicious food, then your brain will order your salivary gland to produce saliva, because your brain predicts that that food is coming to your mouth, that food is going to be in your mouth, or you are going to eat that food. Your brain predicts that, and if the food happens to come to your mouth, you must be ready to digest it, and the first digestion juice is your saliva. That's why your brain creates saliva. Your brain orders a salivary gland to create saliva. That is not in your control. Okay, let me see. Okay, look at this picture. You know, this is, you know what is it, isn't it? This is sadeko pogate. Pogate sadeko. Yes, this is pogate sadeko. Very delicious. Very delicious. It is sour and it is sweet and hot at the same time. Okay, how many of you could control production of saliva in your mouth? Just thinking that food, thinking this food, thinking of this item, how many of you could actually control saliva in your mouth? None. What happens if you actually see this item in front of you? Will you be able to control your salivary gland? No. There is no way. No way. Okay, even I am watering my mouth. Anyway. Okay, so the brain keeps on learning on what happens by the particular action. Then it stores the information on appropriate action for particular stimulus. This is the learning process. These information are used in the future when similar kind of stimulus is received. Okay, that's all for today, and that concludes the first part of our lesson, that means nervous system. Starting from our next class, we will discuss about glandular system. Until then, thank you class.